Well, I've stopped off at Newtonmore at this old 1950s style diner. They used to call them greasy spoon diners, but certainly not. The food's not like that nowadays. But I was speaking to the girl in there, and I said to her, "Do you remember when the BBC took over these premises for a filming episode of Monarch of the Glen?" She can remember it happening, but she wasn't working at the time. But I certainly remember, because I was working for the BBC as an extra, and it was all part of the plot. Anyway, the amusing thing was there was the BBC had completely taken it over. It was closed to the public because we're doing all the filming, and in the doorway there, it was all cables and lighting and everything like that, as you expect. Anyway, a German tourist, I know he's German because he spoke German. He came off the hills, and he obviously had it earmarked on his itinerary that after his hill walk, he was going to, or his camp out, whatever he's done, he was going to have breakfast in here. So he came in all loaded up with the rucksack and that, and I think about 6 people told him that he was not welcome in because we're closed. That he persevered over the cables and through the lighting and everything like that, past the cameras, and demanded breakfast from somebody who was dressed in BBC costume. And anyway, he made such a fuss when he was told that there was nothing available that the BBC, I think it was assistant director, made a decision, which a good decision I thought, really was. It was a great thing to do. Ordered a complimentary breakfast, and one of the drivers for the BBC, I think that shuttle about in these blackened out windows cabs to carry the Susan Hampshire and that back and forward from our Breckie Castle, where most of it was taking place, the filming that is, out at Lagan, or at least Loch Lagan. I was up there. I'll put a picture up. In fact, I'll continue this story in a second about one of the episodes I was in. Anyway, what I was going to say, the courtesy breakfast was put on order, and the German tourist sat at one of the benches and tucked into a complimentary breakfast from the BBC, and he was absolutely delighted. It was a really good, I think it was a good story. I still remember that day quite clearly. And then the other story was about when I turned up for a filming episode out at Breckie Castle, where there was Susan Hampshire, Richard Curtis. Is it Richard Curtis? Is that his name? No, that doesn't sound right. I'll have to look that one up. I can't remember when I'm speaking just now. It'll probably come back to me later. Should know it though. He's passed away now, right enough. But anyway, the assistant director says to me, "Andy, we need you in this episode for, this scene, for doing this and doing that." And he sent a couple of guys to the wardrobe, and I said to him, "Well, I nip along to the wardrobe." He says, "No, you're absolutely fine." That was fucking hell. I thought, I was wearing my best leather jacket. I'll put this picture up. This is the way I was dressed, and he thought that I was looking suitable for being a scene as a labourer. So I had to rechange my whole wardrobe because if somebody says, say for example, somebody said to you look unattractive, in a way that's a seed planted in your brain, isn't it? And you're going to start feeling that you're unattractive when you're not. And when you get approached by lots of girls all the time and thinking you are attractive, then it kind of reinstills your confidence. But if somebody says that to you, then obviously that's going to be a problem for your brain. Well, it's the same as this assistant director saying, no, you're absolutely fine. You look really well dressed to be turning a mixer and putting in cement with your best clothes on. So, I've never worn that leather jacket in public ever again. And that stripy top I think I'm wearing, if I can recall from memory, it was a stripy top from that photograph, I'm sure it was. It's now in the loft. It's now got attic space for the mice, alongside the mice, I should say. So be careful what you say to somebody, because although they don't show their emotions on that very moment, it can lay a lasting legacy, so to speak. I'm sure the assistant director didn't mean it in a bad way, but still, I've had to change my whole wardrobe and the way I dress. In fact, I think everyone should change the way they dress every so often. I think a lot of people just look untidy. They look like they've got no pride in their clothes. But I was going to say, Newtonmore, I've got a lot of fond memories of Newtonmore. I worked up here I call it my summer of '67, but it was 1990. I had a fantastic time. Met a real bunch of good people, and I really had quite a ball. It was one of the, after leaving London, a lot of disasters that happened in life in that sort of period. It kind of bounced me through it, I think, as best it could anyway, while it lasted. It was a great time. Yeah, fond memories, Newtonmore. This place is quite desolate out where it's situated. In fact, the whole place here is fairly desolate, to be honest. It's always got a feel to me like it's a rural backwater. It's like somewhere near the Rocky Mountains, you know, that people only stop every so often to fill up for gas and maybe get a burger, that kind of place. And, maybe, yeah,